This is a little bit of a different video. I have been spending a lot of time at home, relaxing, reading, sitting back, thinking about life, as it were. So I've been reading books and all that good stuff to enrich myself, to enhance my spiritual journey, as it were. I did make some notes here. Just going to go through a couple things that I was reading the Tao Te Ching. I don't know if you know what that is. It's a pretty interesting book with some philosophy stuff. Does give you some good feels if you're looking for answers to things in your life, to enrich your life, to change your thinking. I'd read this book quite a while ago, and I've gone and revisited it a few times recently. So I was going to do a video, just go through some of the quotes. I did make some notes on my computer here, some of the quotes and stuff like that, and just have a quick discussion on some of the gems that are dropped in this book. Definitely check it out. You can go on YouTube. There's audiobooks of the book itself. If you don't feel like reading it, you can put it on, and it is a good audiobook to listen to, kind of give you some thought-provoking stuff that might enhance your life, change your way of thinking, as it were. So I'm just going to go through some quotes that are some of my personal favorites that I've gotten. I've got my MacBook here. I made some notes of some of my favorite ones. Go through, kind of point form, see what you think. Throw some stuff out there, food for thought type thing. Philosophy with me, as it were, from home. In these times when many people are questioning life and how to proceed. All right, one of my favorite quotes in life actually comes from this, and it's one that I've quoted a few times, and it's simply that the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, which is true, especially for anybody that's dealing with any sort of adversity in their life. The number one rule to get through any problem that you are facing currently is to take the plunge, go forward, just do it, as Nike says. And that is of utmost importance. So the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step is correct. Don't be afraid. Be brave. Do your thing. Follow your path. Stick to it. Have no fear. Be courageous. It's important. It's important in life. One of the other quotes that I thoroughly enjoy, and it is very true, life is a series of natural and spontaneous changes. Don't resist them. That only creates sorrow. Let reality be reality. Let things flow naturally forward in whatever way they like. So what this is embracing the spontaneity of the universe, which is a very important thing. It does take some practice. But one of the most important things, a lesson that you can learn in your life, is that as hard as you try, you are not in charge. The universe has a certain spontaneous quality to it. You might have your shit in order. It's going to randomly throw stuff at you. Current situation taken into account, this is especially true. Okay? So, spontaneous changes. Don't resist it, because you're simply wasting energy. You are wasting your energy, your resources, and your peace of mind trying to resist something that you cannot change. The universe, by nature, has a spontaneous quality to it. So, you can either fight it and waste your time, waste your energy, waste your happiness, or you can understand that there are certain things that you just can't change. It happens. Best thing to do is just take control and understand you can control what you can control, but when it comes to the overall existence, there are certain things that you do not have control over. Do what you can do, but once you've exhausted your ability to do what is in your control, then the rest is out of your grasp. So you have to understand that certain things do happen. Certain things do not happen for a specific reason. They simply happen. Spontaneity. This is the nature of the universe. This is how it works. Like it or love it, that's how she goes. So keep that in mind. It's important. A lot of people, their source of frustration, anger, all that stuff, is trying to comprehend or control things that they cannot comprehend or control, because it is simply the universe working in its mysterious fashion. That's part of the beauty of it. Just let it be. Don't fight it too much. It is irrelevant. It really is. Just enjoy what you've got and work as hard as you can, but sometimes there are just things that you can't control. The quicker you can deal with that and conceptualize that, the happier you're going to be in life. Okay? This is very true. Okay? I always, when I have an opinion on something, I always expressly put that is my opinion. I may share my opinion with other people. Other people may have conflicting opinions. I do not get offended when somebody has a conflicting opinion. What I do find the abrasive quality of a lot of people in society is the fact that there are a lot of know-it-alls out there. There are a lot of very opinionated people that try to enforce their thought on other people, which shouldn't be. You can have your opinion. You're entitled to your opinion. That's fine. Other people are entitled to their opinion. That's fine. And you may have a difference of opinion. That is also fine. There's nothing wrong with that. So this quote is one of my favorites, and I do quote this to people quite frequently. I find that people that outwardly express their opinion and expect you to follow what they say, I don't get along with them too terribly well, because they just, those who do not know, those who know do not speak. Those who speak do not know. So those who know do not speak. Those who speak do not know. Usually that is pretty true in society. People that are out there talking a lot of mess, talking other people down, everything else like that, usually they're not the smartest of the bunch. Usually they are not the best people to be talking to, especially if you are trying to enrich your life and make a better quality of life for yourself. Those are the people that are going to bring you down. Those are the people that are going to talk behind your back. Those are the people that are the opinionated, negative people that you want to distance yourself from. It's a no-brainer. So, the thing about some of the quotes in this book that I enjoy is the fact that it does talk about life is like a journey, really, right? Like it said, begins with a single step, right? You have to embrace the fact that it is the experience. Life itself is an experience. You shouldn't be too caught up with the end results, because like I said, the spontaneity of the universe, you could have your shit in order and then get hit by a bus tomorrow. It's just a thing that happens sometimes. Spontaneity. the universe. Your card could get punched at any time. So the thing with it is to try to live the best life that you can while you can, with the time that you have. Enjoy the journey, enjoy the experience, right? So this quote here, a good traveler has no fixed plans and is not intent on arriving. That's true. Your life, your journey, you are experiencing these moments. You're learning from these moments, hopefully. Okay? So it's the experience, the knowledge that you obtain through the journey itself. It's not necessarily getting to a specific destination, as it were. If you have a plan and you have a plan for life and you want to execute that plan to obtain certain successes or whatnot, that's fine. You can point yourself in that direction and go. But enjoy the experience that you get, that you're on right now, right? That's the main thing with it. You can enjoy your successes and all that stuff. You can enjoy your when your plans come through and everything works out. But sometimes stuff just doesn't work out, and sometimes you just have to kind of go with the flow and understand. Let's see here. I did make a lot of notes. This one. This is one of my favorites. So, when I let go of what I am, I become what I might be. This is especially true for people who are trying to better themselves, go through and take a journey of enlightenment, of self-improvement, as it were. When I let go of who I am, I become what I might be. And that is true. You got to kind of step outside of the box and recognize, especially for people who are on a journey of self-improvement. The one thing about that is you've made mistakes. You've screwed up. You might not have been that great of a person for a while. The past is the past. You can't dwell on that. The important thing is to look forward and try to improve things. So you have to embrace your potential, and that's what that really is about. Let's see here. What's the other one? Oh, this is a good one that'll touch on the point that I was just discussing. If you are depressed, you are living in the past. If you are anxious, you're living in the future. If you are at peace, you are living in the present. That is one thing to keep in mind. People that hold on to things from the past, that let that control them, that let that control their peace of mind and their happiness, that's where depression comes from. It comes from the past. The anxious side of it is anxiety is worrying about potential outcomes of things that have not transpired yet. Okay? That's what anxiety really is. It's in your head. You are worried about potential outcomes of things. Okay? Anxiety is a real pain. I've dealt with both depression and anxiety. Neither are fun. Both can be very crippling mentally. They can be very detrimental to your well-being. They can hold you back from achieving your greatness, your goals. They can be very detrimental to your life in general. So, that's one life lesson that it can teach you. If you're depressed, you are living in the past. If you are anxious, you are living in the future. If you are at peace, you're living in the present. Tomorrow isn't promised. You might think so. You might have long-term plans, and that's fine. You can prepare. But you do understand that, like I said earlier, the spontaneity of the universe, you could get your number pulled tomorrow. So why are you worrying about something that's going to happen next Thursday? You might not even be here next Thursday to worry about it, so don't worry about it. Also, don't worry about the stuff that happened. What happened, happened. Okay? Seize the moment. The moment now. That's the important thing. One other one that I've got actually written right under this is care about what other people think and you will always be their prisoner. So, it is fine to operate yourself in a way that you command respect. You should respect others. You should also, as a person, be somebody who could be respected. Let other people respect you. Do not let other people disrespect you. That is an important thing in life. I always go with that. Don't let other people disrespect you. Also, always treat other people with a certain amount of respect. It is important. That is lost on a lot of people now. But if you find yourself caring about the way that you're perceived, it is going to confine you into a little bubble, into a little box, that you are going to program yourself to operate in such a fashion to be in the constraints of that little cage that you've built for yourself. Okay? If you're being a good person, don't break the law. Don't be a bad person. Don't be a big douchebag to people. Be respectful to people. Okay? But also, you're going to have to understand that some people will not like you. They won't. For one reason or another. Don't go out expecting to make yourself liked by others. Don't go out of your way to change the way that you are to be liked by others. It's not going to happen. You're not going to be able to please everybody. As hard as you try, you cannot. It is futile. Another wonder of the spontaneous universe and how it works. Now, this is my last one. I'm gonna cut this off. I'm gonna do another video hereafter. I'm gonna try to cap these at like 15-20 minutes each. Okay? The next one that I have written down. Be content with what you have. Rejoice in the way things are. When you realize there's nothing lacking, the whole world belongs to you. That's pretty straightforward. Many people with society today worry about keeping up with everybody else, getting the new thing. Because, again, this goes back to what the last quote was, care about what people think and you'll always be the prisoner. Unfortunately, a lot of people, especially on social media, are stuck in this little loop that goes through. It's unfortunate. So I'll go through that quote again with you here. Be content with what you have. That's pretty obvious. You should. You should be happy with what you have. You have your life, first of all, which in itself is a miracle that you even exist. The things that you own, if you have a home, if you have all these little things, you've gotten to this point. You've gotten these things. You should be happy with what you have. Okay? Rejoice in the way things are, which is exactly the way that you should. be operating. When you realize there is nothing lacking, the whole world belongs to you. So you should work on improving yourself. I have always tried to enforce the idea that physical possessions are nice. And that's fine. If you want to pursue the collection of physical possessions to make yourself feel better, you do have to realize that that is an unending cycle that you're constantly going to be following in a loop to the day you die. You're not going to ever obtain everything to find fulfillment. It's not going to happen. It will not. I know a lot of people who had made goals in life. They had followed through. They had done their successful plan. They had implemented their plan. They had gotten to where they were at, and they were not fulfilled at that point. Because you cannot find fulfillment from an external source. That's not where it comes from. You can try. That's where a lot of things with addiction, things like that come from, because of the fact that people have a bad habit of trying to, instead of being happy with where they're at, what they have, who they are, they try to fill gaps with things. Other things, drugs, alcohol, excessive spending, things like that. And you have to realize that you can work on yourself, and that's an important thing to do. And when you're at that point where you are getting better day by day, that's going to be more rewarding than chasing the money, chasing the whatever it is that you're chasing after, because it's just a perpetual thing. You can work on bettering yourself, bettering your outlook, and bettering your way of thinking to be happy with what you have presently, with your current situation, which is what you should be doing. Otherwise, you're just going to be chasing something that's just over the horizon till the day that you die. It's true. Some people do that. It's very sad. I see a lot of people like that. Okay, I'm just going to finish off with one more. The next one I had written down, and that's it. I'm shutting her down. I'll do another video, okay? Be careful with what you water your dreams with. Water them with worry and fear, and you will produce weeds that choke the life from your dream. Water them with optimism and solutions, and you will cultivate success. Always be on the lookout for ways to turn a problem into an opportunity for success. Always be on the lookout for ways to nurture your dream. Okay? So, that's the thing. Don't worry about stuff. Anxiety, depression, all that stuff. Again, depression, you're living in the past. It's dealt with. It's gone. It's done. Just forget about it. It's done. That door is closed, finished, complete. You are living in the present. Okay? Anxiety is the exact same thing. It's outside of that zone of control, the little bit of control over the universe that you have, which is your happiness in the present. Now. Okay? So, depression, like worry and fear. I've seen a lot of people who are trying to achieve a goal and they are worried. They have fear about failure. The problem with the way that I always put it across to people, I never approach failure as a terribly bad thing. Yes, you failed. So what failure means is you tried and you did not achieve the results that you were looking for. Okay. You do understand that there's nothing wrong with that. You tried. You know what's worse than trying and failing? Not trying at all. That's much worse. You tried. You gave it your best. You failed. So, out of that situation, you know what the incorrect method to solve that problem is now. Try a different method. Doesn't work? Try a different method. There is no fear in failure. That's part of the problem with society right now is everybody kind of looks at it and they think, you failed. You suck. No, you failed, which means you tried. You didn't succeed. That is correct, but you tried. True failure, if I were to put a loose definition on it, true failure is fear. Fear of the unknown, fear of failure itself. You shouldn't be afraid of failure. You shouldn't. Don't surround yourself with people that take failure and use it to bring you down. You failed, yes. Okay. That's known to happen sometimes. Nobody's perfect. Nobody scores 100% every single time. If they do, that's fantastic. Fear and failure is a tool to teach you to step outside of that boundary that you've set and kind of do your thing to make you more courageous, if anything, to teach you. That's what failure is there to do. So that's the thing. When it comes to your dreams, when it comes to success, when it comes to whatever you're doing, okay? If you water it with worry and fear, you'll produce weeds that choke the life from your dream. That is absolutely true. Okay? Optimism and solutions, you'll cultivate success. Be on the lookout for ways to turn a problem into an opportunity for success. Always be on the lookout for ways to nurture your dream. So that's the thing is, there are several different types of people. Some people approach adversity as the be-all, end-all. Oh my God, I can't handle this. Obstacle, immovable object in their way. You can look at it that way. Those people, they stop, they turn around, and they go home. That's it. Now, on the other side of it is those people who decide to look at a problem, something that you can solve, go forward, and use it as an opportunity. Anything that you come up against might be a little bit of scary thing, a little bit of fear going on with it, because you either haven't encountered it before or have met failure facing it. The more times that you encounter this issue and tackle it, your problem-solving skills will come into play. You will eventually achieve whatever it is you need to achieve, and you'll know the solution to that problem permanently after it's done. This is the thing. So that's what I'm going to leave you with. Final quote for this, since I'm coming in at half an hour. Be careful of what you water your dreams with. Water them with worry and fear, and you'll produce weeds that choke the life from your dream. Water them with optimism and solutions, and you will cultivate success. Always be on the lookout for ways that turn a problem into an opportunity for success. Always be on the lookout for ways to nurture your dream. And that is so true, especially for entrepreneurs, artists, anybody that's looking for any sort of enrichment in their life, moving forward. That's the important thing. I've touched on a few different points with this conversation here that I've had. Hopefully you enjoy this. It's a little bit of a change to the format. I have been reading quite a few books and things like that on, self-improvement, philosophy, things like that. It's fine to have your own opinion on this kind of stuff. I'm just sharing my personal experience with it, my outlook on it, and trying to put it out here to see if you guys can craft your own tools to change your ways of thinking, to embrace positivity, to change the way you conceptualize your situation. Go out there, take the bull by the horns, and do your thing. And just make sure that you understand the universe does work in mysterious ways. There is a certain spontaneity to it. Some things are in your control, some things are not. That's fine. Don't try to be a control freak over everything, because you're just going to be stressing. There's going to be depression from past situations. There's going to be anxiety from future situations. If you understand that the place where you should be presently is the present, and to deal with what you're dealing with right now and to give it your attention, that is important. So anyway, that's it. I do have one more quote though, and it was a short one. I just scrolled and it was right there. This, because I've been speaking about the past, present, and the future in here. It was the one thing that I was going to touch on earlier and forgot about. I've got an eyelash in my eye and I'm sorry. Time is a created thing. To say I don't have time is like saying I don't want to. Time is a created thing. It can be measured, sure. But the way that you conceptualize time itself, I'll do a whole video on time and stuff like that. It's interesting. There's certain scientific aspects to it. So the way that you can do it is, time is a created thing. To say I don't have time is like saying I don't want to. If it is not worth you taking and parceling out a certain amount of time to dedicate to something, that means that you are not willing to dedicate your energy, your focus, all these things into that thing. That's literally what that is. It's to say you don't have time to do it is saying that you do not have any interest in focusing energy, effort, anything into it. Anything that is worth doing is worth the time, is worth the effort, and everything. Like this video, self-improvement, these are my thoughts. These are some philosophical things that I wanted to discuss with everybody here. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. I do have a bunch more notes here. I'm just staring at my computer here right now, and I do have a bunch of notes I've made. So I'll come back on here. Maybe I'll do like 5-10 minute videos. I do get kind of carried away when I'm chatting about this. Hopefully you did enjoy the video. It's a little break from the normal on here, but I thought I'd take a little bit of time to be Mr. Philosopher Man, talk to you about some stuff that I've learned in my experiences on planet Earth here, and share with you some quotes that I enjoy that have helped me to enrich my life. Hopefully you can take these, use them as tools to enrich your life as well. If you've got any feedback, just go down below in the comment section. Just leave me a comment. We do try to keep it pretty civil here, so be nice. I will be nice to you. You can be respectful to me. It's pretty simple. That's how the internet should work, but it doesn't most times. If you enjoy this video, check out my other videos. Make sure to throw me a like if you like this video, and subscribe to my channel. I have a little bit of everything for everybody on here. I do stick with the nerd stuff, comic books, movies, video games, all that stuff, but I do have where I want to take a moment and chat about stuff like this, because this is something that's kind of a broad topic and it can help everybody for the most part. Thanks for taking some time to watch this video. I will record another one of these and kind of just spice it up a little bit, drop one in here once in a while. Hopefully this could be something that helps you as well. Thanks for watching, and we will see you next time.